How's it going, guys? Brian here, back again with another video. Today we're taking a look at another Ian LaVine post where he posts something extremely inflammatory. This is the third time I'm gonna have to record this video because I keep messing it up each time. And first time, I accidentally hit my button that ends the recording, and the second time I forgot to unmute my microphone. But everything should be working right now, so let's get started into this. Ian LaVine writes, "I'm allowed to express this view because I'm 100% gay, disabled, in a wheelchair, and Jewish. If it weren't for, I'm guessing if I wasn't, then the PC brigade would venomously accuse me of homophobia." And he's referring to this video by Z Leikin, also known as a rabbi from another planet. Z Leikin is known as an extremely far right grifter like Nerdrotic or some of those other YouTubers that like to post vitriol and bigotry on Doctor Who and everything in their shitty criticisms about how Doctor Who is woke now because we have trans people in the story, or there's a gay person, or there's somebody in a wheelchair. They all think that's woke because or because the Doctor regenerated into a woman, the 13th Doctor, which Ian LaVine has expressed his hatred for, which is surprising because it's been established that Time Lords can regenerate into a different gender, and then that apparently gets mad. If anything, Ian should be mad at the writing of the story, because Jodie Whittaker was a fantastic actor. She just got the short end of the stick when it came to good written stories. But hopefully, once Big Finish releases those audio stories, she'll have some great fun. But going back to this, Ian LaVine saying he can't be homophobic because he's gay, disabled, and in a wheelchair, and Jewish. Uh, that's completely wrong. He 100% can be homophobic. It's called internalized homophobia. It's it's like when you're a part of the LGBTQ community, which Ian is. He's gay. He's openly gay. He's expressed that he is gay in the past. And like internalized homophobia is when you have bigoted views against gay people, even though you yourself are a gay person. And that's where it comes from. Ian is one of those people who has internalized homophobia because he seems to hate the fact that gay people are being represented on TV now. With the introduction of Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor, the 15th Doctor, and Russell T Davies coming back to write new stories and everything as the new showrunner for the new series of Doctor Who, and it's crazy. If it weren't bad that Ian himself is being homophobic, he says, "I now share Gareth Roberts' views, and I'm proud of him for daring to speak out." Gareth Roberts is, if people don't know, was a writer on Doctor Who. He's written some episodes like Shakespeare Code and some other stuff. But he recently was outed as a transphobic piece of shit after he posted some tweets saying that trans people are trying to erase gay people. Gareth Roberts himself is an openly gay man, and for him to express views like that is absolutely baffling. I'm surprised he has views like that, because like we don't need people like completely fighting with one another in this type of thing. And rightfully, Gareth Roberts was fired as a writer for Doctor Who, so he'll never come back to Doctor Who and write again. But he decided to completely embrace his far right grift and write a book called The Trans Problem, which again expresses his views that trans people are trying to erase gay people in the world. And reminder, Gareth Roberts is an openly gay man, and he's being so transphobic against people just because they changed their sex and feel comfortable being a different sex and then they were assigned at birth. And it's getting ridiculous. And the fact that Ian even possesses or agrees with Gareth Roberts is frankly disgusting. I think that it shouldn't be swept under the rug, or it shouldn't be tolerated anymore. Ian LaVine needs to be deplatformed, essentially. I don't say that lightly, but like it's frankly insulting that he's even allowed to express these views without any repercussions. Same with Z Leikin. Z Leikin is one of those, as I said, he's one of those far right YouTubers. Even though he is Jewish, it doesn't mean. I mean, you got people like Ben Shapiro who are far right and conservative, and they're even though they're Jewish, they express some far right conservative talking points and values and such. Zvi Lebekin this is actually one of the tamest thumbnails he's had for his videos. You should see some other ones. I'll probably put one up that's basically kind of tame, but it's still kind of disgusting. He posts a lot of sexualized thumbnails on his YouTube channel. I'm guessing he's trying to get clicks and everything, try to clickbait people and everything, using sex, as always, as they say, sex sells. But Jesus Christ, it's kind of like there's one of Victoria Waterfield and everything. Oh, let me get talking about Victoria Waterfield. In one of the videos a few years back, Zvi Leikin, this man's like triple the age of Victoria Waterfield at the time. In Doctor Who, Victoria, when we first meet Victoria Waterfield, she's like 14 or 15 years old. And Zvi Leikin, in this video I'm about to put up, he expresses views that he wants to have sex with Victoria Waterfield because she's so cute, innocent, and naive. And I'm like, and when I saw this, I was like, Jesus Christ. Here's the video.
Paulie, better Paulie. Yeah, okay, so I reckon I had a chance of Paulie. Moving into Troughton. Victoria, easy. Too innocent. Victoria, it's got to be near the closest to the end of her run. Like, she's like scared and she needs, yeah, Victoria's easy.
Did you see this video? Because it is frankly disgusting that this man is even allowed to be even up on YouTube. It's so disgusting. I can't believe that YouTube would continue to allow this filth on YouTube. That somebody who expresses views about wanting to fuck a 15-year-old girl is even allowed to be here up on YouTube. He's even expressed he's even called other people groomers when he himself wants to fuck 15-year-old Victoria Waterfield. You might say, oh, she's a fictional character. It doesn't matter. Her actress is 19 or 20 years old. It doesn't matter. In universe, she's 15 years old. And then when he posts the thumbnail of the sexualized Victoria Waterfield in a sexy schoolgirl outfit, like when you think of a schoolgirl, you're thinking it's a child. A child. You're sexualizing a child, dude. It's disgusting. And the fact that Ian even wants to associate with Zvi Leikin, it's just wow. You're supporting somebody who's pedophile. And then yeah, look at this thumbnail. Hey, instead of doing delightful adventures in time and space, why don't we do a bunch of queer stories instead? How many queer stories did we even have in Doctor Who? Let's see. We had the first wow, what was it called? The Star Beast, the first one with Rose Noble, with Yasmin Finney playing the the trans character Rose Noble, who Yasmin Finney herself is trans. And then we had let's see, we had Rogue, which in which the Doctor meets Rogue, like a bounty hunter type character who is played by Jonathan Groff, and they have some flirtatious dialogue in that, and even kiss each other. So there's like 2 queer stories in this entire area. Heck, there's only 1 queer story technically with Shudigawa in it, and the first one was with David Tennant's 14th Doctor. So I don't see why he thinks there's sexual preponderance or they're pushing a trans agenda in this when it's just wow, they're just there. So it's apparently a problem, but apparently Ian just existing isn't political. But a trans person existing is a problem for Ian for some reason, or a gay kiss happening is a problem for Ian for whatever reason. It's not. It should not be a problem. But yeah, this whole thing, it was Z Leikin, Rabbi from Another Planet. He's a bullshit artist. He likes to pull shit out of his ass, and he loves to scream woke and such, calling for that gay characters are terrible and everything, and they shouldn't be doing this in my Doctor Who, not in my Doctor Who. Ugh. Sickening that these people are able to exist. These far-right grifters are freaking terrible. And then Ian, this is from a post on his Facebook. Unfortunately, if Russell T Davies does not go back to telling dramatic science fiction classics once again, free of gay and trans politics, this show is surely doomed as it was in 1989. So he just totally forgot about Torchwood and Captain Jack Harkness. Totally forgot about Jack and Alonzo or Jack and Iato or any of this stuff. He just completely forgets about this stuff. This is before Russell T Davies even came back. So he's just gonna forget about all this stuff, because this was the show doomed when they brought in Captain Jack, or was the show doomed when they did this stuff in Torchwood? Also, because Chris Chibnall wrote a lot of Torchwood stuff, and people were fine with that, and all of a sudden people are giving shit to Chris Chibnall for his terrible time on during his tenure. So what is it, Ian? Are you just going to be hypocritical? I specifically remember you loving Captain Jack Harkness back then in when he was first around, and you actually did love Torchwood when it came out. Or are you still mad about Russell T Davies telling you to fuck off at that Q&A in Cardiff, when you yourself kept asking Doctor Who questions when you were supposed to be asking about Torchwood? Continuing with this stuff, what has happened to it is horrendously tragic. In future, I must really learn to be much more careful for what I wish for. Tragically, it was me who wished for his return after Jodie Whittaker, and look at the shit we are in now. A cesspit of shit. The only person who's in the cesspit of shit is you, because you keep complaining about this shit. Ugh. The fact that Ian even wants to associate with somebody like this, it's disgusting. His thumbnails and such are fucking disgusting. Ian continues to be a complete tool bag, and I'm not understanding any nuances or anything about how about a gay character isn't political. He keeps thinking they're putting gay and trans politics in. No, this is just normal everyday life, Ian. Gay people and trans people exist. Them existing is not a political message. It's just them being there. I don't know how that's so hard for a lot of these right wing grifters to understand. Ian always said is always always says he's comparable to Joe Biden or the Democratic nominee for president right now, Vice President Kamala Harris. But Ian Levine is more and more, the more and more he talks or runs his mouth, he more and more sounds like Donald Trump. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember, give this comment a like, comment down below about this stuff. Let's have a discussion in the comments below about Ian Levine and talking about his idiotic takes on Doctor Who and such. And hopefully he's never gonna watch this video. We all know he's not gonna watch this video. But if he does, I hope he takes my comments to heart and just change his ways. Dude is 71 years old and he keeps acting like he's a 5-year-old. Disgusting, man. Have a good one, guys. Good night.